So Ben, please just confirm to me which of my screens you're seeing right now.
The agenda.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So guys, welcome again officially to this meeting, to this event. It's not like a meeting. So they'll just a rundown of how we are going to run this event. So it's just like a light introduction. You guys have actually you know inform us where you're joining from. Then I will just highlight one of the most important framework of our platform, which is the E2PE framework. Then I also, for the past 1 week now, we have been giving out a quiz for those that have actually provided answers. This is your opportunity for the third quiz, and you can win a surprise package from the organizer. Then we'll move to the heart of the event, which is how to automate your job search. Then we have a special offer for you as well. So guys, stay put to listen to us unveil that offer. Then we'll open the room for anyone for questions and answers. And at the end of the event, we're going to proclaim the winner of the quiz. Ben, I don't know if you have anything to add to that agenda.
I think it's okay with me. It's good.
Okay, so I think to make things work smoothly, you have your section of you have your section to present, right? So maybe when it's your turn to present, you do some self-introduction, but I'll kick off this by presenting myself. So maybe my camera is not on, sorry guys. I think some of you might know me, some might not, but if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Ivo Kubam, and I'm a Cameroonian currently residing in Belgium. And I'm the founder and current CEO of a startup called Graffiland. Most of you might have seen the company maybe on LinkedIn, or maybe you have attended one of our events before. Then I'm the founder and the current CEO of that company. Apart from being a founder, I am into AI and data analytics consultant. I've provided my services for top companies such as the Brussels Airport and Pfizer, just to name a few. And I've been into the game of data analytics for quite a long time, since back in Cameroon, I think back from like 2011. So I have so much experience in the field. My life is not all about data science or AI. I also love reading books a lot. So if you're on the WhatsApp community, you'll realize that, okay, the way I express sometimes, I provide you with some helpful tips and tricks about the general about life as well. I love sports. You see, I was also watching the football. Unfortunately for us, Cameroon has won and qualified, so that brings me a lot of joy as well. Swimming, I recently just got into swimming, which is a fun activity as well. And then I really, really love traveling a lot. Okay, so that is that about me. If you really want to know more, you can go to visit my LinkedIn page, or why not join our Graffiland community. I've been sending a lot of emails around. So if you want to keep getting insights from me, please join my WhatsApp community. Okay. So the next phase of the event, Mr. Graffiland-Lewa, which is a framework which I developed based on my experience, is called the Education to Professional Employment Framework. This is a framework or tool that, if my success so far has been based on this framework. So if I need to, let's say, if I need an employment or opportunity, this is the tool or framework I always pull out of my toolbox in order to gain opportunities. And I've realized that a lot of university graduates, they are facing difficulties landing the jobs. So what I have done is I've squeezed all my experience, my secret into this framework. So I will not waste so much time, because this is not the focus of this event. I will just highlight who the target audience are. So this framework is meant for university graduates, even if you don't have a technical background, and also for those that have a technical background in the field of AI and data analytics. Or maybe you are a professional and you're thinking of switching into the field of AI and data analytics. So that framework is meant for you. And the goal of the framework is to show you that if you're in the profiles to the left, so being a university graduate or a professional, I've explained that framework how in very few steps, and we're talking about weeks, probably no coding or coding required, and most importantly, no additional degree required, you can actually land a high-paying AI and data analytics job. So that is the whole goal of the framework. So what's the first phase of the framework? The first phase of the framework is career coaching. Very, very important. I've received a lot of students, professionals as well, coming to me with seeking for, like, let's say, seeking for advice about what they have to do about their career. And I realized that most of the problems that we do have not gaining jobs is because we lack career counseling and guardians. Very, very important. So this is a very, very important phase. I've really elaborated what you can do on your own in order to do career counseling and guardians. The next phase is skill development. So I expect that when you go through the career coaching and guardians, you should be able to identify, first of all, a career path you want to follow. And when you identify the skills that you're lacking. Then you need to do training, right? So I explained there are several ways of doing training, but my preferred way, or the way I recommend you to do training, is for you to learn from an industry professional. There are so many advantages if you have to learn from an industry professional. So in the framework, I've actually explained how we can do it and what are the advantages and disadvantages of the other formats. Now, this is another part that I've realized, that when you're fresh from school, you lack the work experience, and this is a very important asset when you're applying for jobs. Employers want to see if you have work experience, because what you study at school and in real life, these are two different environments. So work experience is very, very important. And I've explained the framework how you can actually gain work experience without actually going and sitting in a company. So that's very, very important for phase 3. Then phase 4, professional branding. I always say, no matter how brilliant you are, no matter how smart you are, if you have the skills and you don't sell yourself, then probably someone that is even not as skillful as you can actually gain a job, and you with so much skills, you can find yourself facing the difficulties. So professional branding is very, very important. And I explained that using one of the platforms which I really enjoy using the most, LinkedIn. It doesn't mean you cannot apply that to every other platform, but your professional branding using LinkedIn is very, very important. And phase 5, job placement. And job placement is actually you preparing to land the jobs, right? And that's the reason why I collaborated with our pen, because he's actually doing so much around how you can use AI to automate your job search. The other things you can do as well, applying for a job, I consider it as another job. Imagine you have to apply for 10 jobs and you have to tweak your resumes. If you're doing that manually, it becomes so tedious and not easy to do. So that is why Pen is here today. And lastly, I believe in joining a professional community. I know some of you, when you get the job, you will disappear. And when you have issues again, you don't have a job, you start going back to the platform to start searching. But trust me, about 80% of jobs are never posted online. The rest, the 80% I'm talking about, they navigate through, let's say, communities and through networks. So you have to be connected. You have to know people, because when these jobs are out there, before the jobs even go out, they first of all distribute them internally. So these guys join professional community. And one of the professional communities we have right now is my professional community, which is a Graffiland-Lewa professional community. Now, these are my 3 friendly secrets I want to give you. The first secret is that, please guys, it's not about your degrees. If you like, you keep piling up the degrees, thinking that if you want, for example, if you want to join the field of AI and data analytics, you need another degree. Please, I just want to say personally, that is not the right strategy. Your employers don't care about these degrees. It's not like they don't really care, but what they are looking for is your experience and the skills that they are looking for. So don't go waste your time to add another 2 years of your life doing another degree. Another secret I want to give you is you can master the skills. If I can master the skill, if you have listened maybe to my presentation before, you realize that I started this thing without actually having a degree in AI or computer science. I had a degree in biochemistry, but I was able to learn this thing on my own. So if I can sit at home and learn, why can't you do it? So you can master the skills as well. And lastly, my last secret for the evening is, I think I mentioned this during the phase 5. Quality jobs are found in DMs. So my last job that I just did, my last assignment, it was just a simple message on LinkedIn. Hi, can you, I've seen your profile. Your profile looks good. We would like to have an interview with you, and that was it. And I had the job. So sometimes that's why I say the way you present yourself, the way you portray yourself out there, it really, really matters a lot. I see many of you come to on LinkedIn, and the best thing you can do is just to like and comment. There you are just doing what everyone is doing, but you need to show some exceptional approach to your LinkedIn strategy. So please, guys, quality jobs are not on the job section that you always come and go there, but they are found in your TMs. So in summary, the framework is one nice thing about it is free, okay? It is my secret, it's my strategy, and I've really taken the time to compile roughly about, I think like 20 pages. I'm not scaring you, but I'm just giving you all the details, the steps you can do in order to gain a job and a copy, and it is free for you to download. So that is one of the things you're going to get from this presentation. After this, I'm going to send you a link to download the framework. Okay. So that was that, and we now move to the third phase, to the quiz 3. I think I've given guys the opportunity for you to do this quiz. Some of you have tried the quiz already. In the chats, I'm going to paste the link to the quiz. It's just a 5-question quiz, guys. Please, so just try. You never know, you can be the winner of this competition. So it's either, if you're watching this event using your laptop, you can scan the QR code. If not, I will have to share the link, so I have to stop sharing. Okay, I think the link. So I'll just paste the link in the chat section, and you have just 5 minutes to answer this quiz. Okay, I think by now I see that it is possible for you guys to unmute yourself. So I think so thank you for rectifying that situation. So we have just 5 minutes. If maybe you have, I can take one quick question for anyone that has something to ask. If you're done answering the question, or if you don't want to answer the quiz, you can maybe ask something by now based on what I've presented so far. Oh, Kennison, so it's finally you. I knew I saw your name, our Kennison, so I knew, okay, this is Kennison I know, so I was surprised that.
It's me, man. I thought it was Pen talking, so I did not. Your camera wasn't on then.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
You have not shared your name, so I didn't know you're the one.
Okay. I'm happy you joined.
I'm really happy I did.
Okay. I think I'll get your email and I email you. We can, can have a discussion later.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Can we move to the second part? So maybe Ben, are you ready?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I'll stop sharing. You take over the screen while you're presenting. I'll also be behind the scene, aggregating the results. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay, let me just share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, moment, I didn't turn on my video. Oh, shit. Okay, so thank you very much for this opportunity, Mr. Ivo. So I'll just dive into what I was called upon to do. So this just basically me, our KPN. So basically I'm the founder of Logistic AI, which is a platform, not really like a company per se, but a platform where I bring together AI tools, or I provide training for those who are new into the AI field. I also found the AI Tools, which is unlike the director of AI tools. in various categories. So when you have this link, you can see the categories of AI tools, be it from business to research to image generators and whatsoever. I'm also a certified AI innovator, but soon to be, because I'm still undertaking the program in Spain from Founders School of Business and also an AI Explorer. Explorer basically means here that I try to discover new things into AI and share with people or whatsoever in a form of business or free of charge. Yeah. So like Ivor said, you don't necessarily need to be a technical person to be able to talk about AI or grab a job in AI or whatsoever or use these AI tools. I, for once, I'm not a coder. I did not do data science. I did not do, let's say, statistics or whatever, or programming. No, I didn't do anything. But where am I today? I found myself into AI and I'm doing well in it. So the way AI is made now, it is not for those who are very technical. It's for everyone. You just have to be passionate. You just have to develop the mindset and think that you can do it and you go for it. So I'll just dive. This is our outline. Don't bother about the details. It's just the main topics just to guide us. The concept we'll be discussing about. So we'll begin with AI and job search right up to challenges you and I can face when using AI in job search. Of course, AI is not perfect. AI has its own flaws, and we are going to see that in the following slide. So, what is AI, first of all? AI in itself, in the layman's term, is just a computer mimicking humans. Not being like humans, but just mimicking humans. So computers are just trying to do what human beings can do, but not more than them, because this is why it is called artificial intelligence. When AI now wants to become like more than or more like become like human beings or more than human beings, we then now call it artificial general intelligence. So this concept is just AI, which is a narrow intelligence, which basically is ChatGPT, generative AI tools, just to facilitate human beings or their processes. And when we talk about AI in job search, we basically mean it facilitating the process, making sure that we gain time in applying for jobs, seeking mentorship, LinkedIn, whatsoever process that's involved in the job search. And then there's also this term that we always talk about, ATS, applicant tracking system, which is mostly used by most recruiters to track, to automate the job recruitment process. And most of us, of course, I've also applied for jobs, and most of us always fall into this because we don't design our CVs or cover letters in such a way that can portray or have the keywords that can be able to be that will not be able, that this system will not be able to filter them out. So how do you know that? Because I think most of everybody knows about the ATS, but how can you know that a company is using ATS? For example, you apply for a job and immediately after 5 minutes, let's say sometimes even just 1 minute, you receive an auto-generated email that sorry, we just went through your CV and you didn't name perfect match to the job. This is because you didn't have the keywords, and of course they are using the ATS system. Another case is that probably maybe after 1 week or 2 weeks, you have an email from the company and it's auto-generated and you can't reply to the email. You just need to know that the company is in ATS. So with the development of AI, we can now be able to fight or to place just keywords that can help us grab our dream jobs. Of course, it is not always an easy ride, but the AI together with human perfection, you can always achieve what you want. So AI itself is a whole term, and going further, we have generative AI. So what is generative AI? Generative AI simply in layman term means that we have data, we collect data, and then we create new things with this data. For example, let me just give an example. For example, you input. For example, you can input something into ChatGPT, and then you have an output. Some other AI tools like I think Canva also does that with the Magic Studio. You input a text and you have a video. So all these concepts, all these things are part of generative AI because they have assembled data and when you input your prompt, you have something else. So this is what we call generative AI. And for our job search, generative AI is an parcel of it. In fact, generative AI is what encompasses job search because we use the AI tools like ChatGPT, like what is Sonora AI, Gig Resume AI, or the like. So yeah, AI, generative AI is representing our job search. It's helping us discover the perfect match, and of course, it's unleashing our potential to have the right job and maximize our success. So, what does it mean to have AI in job search? Innovation, of course, yeah, because we have smarter ways to apply for jobs. It also personalized recommendations. For example, you have a tailored career advice, or you pursue an individual skill. For example, you're applying for a job and you are drafting up a cover letter and you probably don't know what to do or the keywords to put. AI will help you personalize the letter in such a way that it will fit that activity of that job. Efficiency. By automating the tasks, it really means that what you do more in less time. So benefits of AI too, we have enhanced efficiency, basically the same thing. We are able to do more in less time, improve matching. They ensure that the applicant apply his skills and with the job requirements, of course, because when you have the right keywords, you are able to apply for the job. Personalized assistance, the same stuff we're talking about. So one of our tools, I think the most predominant tool used today by everyone is the ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is an AI tool that was developed by OpenAI. I think it was developed in 2020. I think the development of ChatGPT started roughly in, I think it was in 2020 when we had the GPT-1. At that time, there was no vibes or rumors about this thing. They were just within the company. So the growth of ChatGPT or the rise came in 2022 when ChatGPT launched, when it started. I think it was November 2022. And at that very day, we had this app. The tool had about 1 million users. From that day till now, I think in October 2023, it had over 180 million users. And I think today could be going to 1 billion. So yeah, ChatGPT is really incredible. And all the AI tools you see today have their API from the OpenAI, ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is like the father, OpenAI is like the father of AI, or the how can I put it? The mother of AI, what AI is all about. OpenAI is the one that gives all the API, even to Microsoft, all of these companies. So yeah. So what can you do to be able to have a tech prompt that is fit for your job application? Of course, prompting is a skill. It's a whole skill in AI, prompt engineering, which allows you to be able to ask questions to language models and have the right output. Everybody can ask questions. I can take my CV and I put it in ChatGPT and I say, please, can you help me organize my CV for this job? And somebody does that and have this different response. Another person does it and have another response. And the prompt engineer comes and then you look at the response and you're like, wow. So yeah, there are certain things that you have to do, certain stuff that you have to do to be able to tweak, to be able to like tweak the language model. So customize your prompts is the first. So how can ChatGPT prompt help us? It helps us customize the prompts. For example, ChatGPT can customize our prompt for consumer job application manipulation of cover letter and emails. Of course, sending in the core email to probably the director of a company, ChatGPT can always help you, but you need to know the right prompt. For your cover letters, you need to do the right prompt. For interview, you can also conduct an interview with ChatGPT. Like ChatGPT is the interviewer and you're the interviewee. ChatGPT asks questions and you answer. You probably just type them and then ChatGPT gives you the answer, and then you ask it to ask you follow-up questions to be able to evaluate your skills if you're ready for your job interview. Personal branding also is, of course, like Ivo was saying, bringing together a community. It's not only by applying for a job. Like you said, most jobs have 80% of the jobs are mostly found in DMs. And where did you get the DMs from? Either through cold emails, like you send to CEOs, or you join this community like LinkedIn, where you are able to connect with industries and experts from industries of your field. So effective use of ChatGPT prompts strategy. I already spoke about this. You need to be able to give a clear strategy for ChatGPT to be able to have the right output, relevance. Make sure the prompts are relevant to the specific job, so that you have the tailored responses. Professionalism, emphasize on the importance of presenting yourself professionally, because when you are asking a question to ChatGPT and your language, first of all, the English language is not clear, ChatGPT is not going to answer. For example, I know most of you speak Pidgin. You're asking a question to an AI model, which is basically trained in languages, like, because ChatGPT speaks French, Arabic, so it speaks Arabic, and you're asking your language in Pidgin. ChatGPT doesn't know Pidgin, and of course it's going to answer you. Probably will tell you that it's not okay with that language, or probably you can use another language. So you have to strategize relevance and then professionalism. So this is a prompt that I'm just going to break it down. So this is a prompt I developed for basically a student graduate, optimizing a student graduate CV. So this one is just the tip of the iceberg. We have many of them. We have many of them that are for the cover letter. So I just want to demonstrate something to you. So this prompt, let me just read it. As a student graduate from university, in bracket, with the subject degree, GPA, and internship at company, I need an ETS-friendly resume for entry-level job title. Focus on achievement and metrics, include job description. So this is the perfect prompt. I mean, the perfect prompt for a graduate student. If you are somebody who just graduated and you are looking for a job, it's the perfect prompt for you. So in this is just like a skeleton. You then have to develop it. And developing it is crucial. It's very crucial so that you get the right output from ChatGPT. You see, university, that's the role. You give that meaning that one. As a graduate, so now you are giving ChatGPT a role that it is a graduate from the university of, you can now input university with a subject, degree, that's a tax. So the first, your prompt has to have the subject, the tax, and the personal. The personal here is the company. So you have the tax, which is subject and GPA. You have the personal, which is the company, and then you have the role. So the main important thing is the role. You are giving ChatGPT a role that it is a graduate. It's acting like a graduate. So it's going to, your output now should be a CV that is like that of the graduate, because you cannot just start and when you don't give, you just say a CV. Probably ChatGPT can maybe generate a CV which probably has some hallucinations. Yeah, we should make the manager be like, but you are just from graduating, and how come you have this kind of experiences? So it's always imperative to give ChatGPT a role. So this is a perfect prompt, ATS-friendly resume, and then you input the job title from the company, and then you put your achievements and metrics. So this one, you just have to copy, like if you are using the GPT paid version, you can always upload the CV, but if you don't have, if you have the 3.5 version, you can copy the resume and paste. And then in quote, you put it in bracket or in quotes or in capital letters, because when you put something in capital letters in ChatGPT, it means you're emphasizing on that thing. So the next two, ChatGPT, I had to talk about ChatGPT as a whole because it's like the major tool, the father of AI, that it encompasses all of these tools. Key Resume, ResumeMaker.ai, all of them got their API from ChatGPT. So we have another tools for job search, like we have the Key Resume AI. This one, it optimizes your CV and gives you guidance for your job applications. So it's also like, I think it's freemium. It has the paid, free, and paid version. Of course, when you pay it and you have you're unlocked to other advanced features, but you can always use the free version, and it's also perfect. ResumeMaker.ai, this one I always use it every time. I also made a video about how to use this one too. I think it's also good for resumes and cover letters. And then we also have the Sonora AI. Sonora AI applies for jobs on your behalf. Like for example, you can just create an account, then you upload your CV, and then based on the keywords on your CV, it's going to pick the jobs that are available and the location you selected, and then apply for you on your behalf while you just prepare for your interview. So this is really a handy tool, but at the moment, I think it's not in Europe. It's basically in the US. I'm going to check it out if by now we have access to Europe or other parts of the world. So what are the best practices for using AI in the job search? It's quality over quantity. Exactly. There's no need drafting up a one-page cover letter or something which has no keywords in it. But with AI, when you give the right prompt, you know what you're doing, you know how to use the tools, you are able to have quality. Personal touch, very important. You don't just take something from ChatGPT and you just start using. You always have to apply your personal touch to it. It's very important because people are saying that AI is going to take away our creative thinking and critical thinking, or take people away from the job. But no, we always need a personal touch for AI to be perfect. That's why they call artificial intelligence. The third point is continuous learning. You also have to be learning, like when you use these tools, you continue to learn, you adapt so as to improve how to prompt these AI models. So challenges, of course, AI is not perfect, like I said. We also have challenges. Human touch. I already talked about this. Over reliance. You don't have to rely too much on AI. There are certain things that you have to do on your own, and they probably can just ask for guide. Like there's no need saying AI, please complete do this thing. Like for example, if you have a CV and you think that, because I think you have a CV that you think you have an idea on how to develop it, and then probably you don't want an AI model to do it completely for you. You can just ask, probably I have this situation, I've developed my CV myself, and I need you to proofread it for me. We also have prompts for proofreading CV. So over reliance here, simply telling us that we should not always rely on ChatGPT. We have prompts that can help you proofread your CV. Means you just place your CV and you ask ChatGPT to correct the English, put in the keywords, put in the bullets, everything for you. So ChatGPT will just customize it and probably even convert it into a document, Word document or PDF form for you. There are many tools that does that. So algorithm bias, this is very important. It's very important because data, the way data is, I think Ivo can do this one very well. The way data is developed, data is very crucial. So what makes AI is data. So without data, there's no AI. So algorithm bias, like for example, when a company is recruiting and they are using a software, and probably due to social factors, the tools, the software starts rejecting applications, but not based on skill and other stuff. I think this algorithm bias because the data was not well clean or the system has a bug. So it's very important that we also consider this in AI for job search. So what are the next steps? You have to just reflect on using these tools, plan yourself, then you implement. So when I talk about reflect, means that which there are about 200,000 AI tools that have been developed. Which are the best? You always need somebody that's going to guide you. Reflecting is like taking a decision that, okay, I want to use this one. Where do I need guidance? Then you plan yourself. Okay, if I want to use this AI tool, therefore I need to do this, I need to do this. And then you implement your strategy. You utilize the best tools. And for you, I think it's always going to be difficult to use these tools. So you have experts who are there to help you, who are there to guide you, and who are there to mentor you so that you learn your dream job. So this is the time for you to take that decision and have that job you are really craving for. Thank you for your attention. 20 minutes, man.
Okay. Thanks so much, Ben. That was a wonderful presentation. Even though you started having questions in the chat from Juliana's more specific. I think I answered that, but maybe if you can go to the chats, if I didn't really answer that well, you can further answer that question. Guys, maybe while the presentation is going on, you can still put your questions in the chat section. If not, you can keep your questions to the end of the presentation, where when it's time for the Q&A, you can freely ask your questions. Okay, so thank you for answering the quiz. I think most of you have participated in quiz number 3, even though there was quiz 1 and quiz 2. So for the winner, obviously, it's going to be an average result of the 3 quizzes. So stay tuned to the end too when I unveil the winner. Okay, I'll take over the presentation again. The next phase of the presentation. Let me share my screen. Okay, so the next phase of the presentation is what we're about to offer you. And, I think it was what Ben shared. I believe some of you have picked something from it, but, like he mentioned, there are a lot of things you have to learn, and it will take a while if you have to go and investigate or try to research about those tools as well. Even though he's going to give you the source, the links and everything, but if you want quick results, we're about to present you a training course, which if you enroll in this course, we believe that it can help you in your job search strategy. So this is a new course we are launching, and it's all about how to automate your job search with artificial intelligence. So, like I mentioned, the reason why we are offering this course is because it is in line with the framework I presented, and it's in line with the job phase 5 of the framework, so job placement. We want to use that course in order to solidify that phase of the framework. So what the course overview, the whole thing about the course is just going to help you to learn how AI can revolutionize your job search. And so when Penn was presenting, he mentioned some tools. Unfortunately, I believe, Penn, if you want to mention all the tools that you know, I think maybe 2 hours will be very, very small. That is why the course also, he's going to take some time to really cover some of the sophisticated tools and also show you more about the prompting. He just gave you just one example. And I know Penn has like a book of 1,000 prompts, so you can understand that there are a lot of things you still have to learn, and also how you can use that in order to find opportunities. Okay, so that is the course overview. So what are the skills and technology you will learn? So first of all, the core things about AI and how you can use AI for your job search. Then most especially how to automate the process. By the time you go on LinkedIn, you already see in 5 minutes, like maybe 20 or 30 people have already applied for the job. You need to learn how to automate and also act very, very fast, because generally these guys will probably, if they're doing manually, they always look at the first few guys and that is it. So you need that as well. Then I believe he mentioned ChatGPT. It's the mother of AI. Most like all the other tools, they rely on the API of ChatGPT. So he's going to really elaborate on that technology and how you can leverage it in your job search automation. So what are the learning outcomes? We are hoping that by the time you take this course, you should be able to leverage AI for your job search. The whole goal is, another thing you need to understand is, you don't really need to always go to a professional just for little things. You need to understand the technology so that you can now use it to automate your job search on your own. Then he also mentioned about the role of AI in modern hiring process. He mentioned how companies are using the automated system to kick you out. So you need to look for ways in order to bypass those systems and also to automate this whole challenging process of job application. So what are the prerequisites? You really don't need anything. I think what we actually need is, hopefully you already have a university degree. For me, I already assume if you already have a university degree, I always say you're right for any job. It's all about your mindset. Are you willing to learn? So we just need you to be willing to learn and be open-minded as well. So you don't need any prior knowledge to AI, because that is part of the course as well. We are going to give you introduction to AI and what is just needed for you to land your dream job. So who are we targeting? We're targeting university students. At least you have a degree, maybe a bachelor's or a master's degree, and you're ready for the job market. You're still doing your degree, or maybe you're already a graduate, you're still good enough, or maybe you're a professional who want to switch jobs as well. So those are the target audience. How do we deliver this? Everything is done online. So some just simulate this as well. This is how it's going to be, but maybe a little bit slower. So he's going to take his time for live sessions and interact with you. So they're going to have live sessions and also workshops where you have, that opportunity in order to get your hands dirty with some of the prompts as well. And also he's going to provide you with like tools that you can, exercise and get your hands dirty. Okay, so I think maybe by now you're already asking me now, when someone is talking about a course, I know the most obvious question is, what is the price of the course, right? What is it? So, but before I tell you about the price of the course, I always look at what is the value of what we are offering you, because if you have to price something, you look at the value. So the first thing he's going to talk about, the first content of the course, is about general introduction to AI and prompt engineering. Very, very important. The way AI, or generally the way things are moving, it's not about how you can program now, but how you can ask those models questions. I think he gave an example of how good your prompt is. That's how you can get the best out of the model. So he's going to really elaborate on that. And based on that, based on what we have put everything into consideration, we see that that part of the course evaluates roughly like 800 euros. That is the value of what it's going to give you. So think of it, that's the value of the first service. The next is a workshop where you have the opportunity in order to get your hands dirty. You know, some of you have received students that come to me and say, yeah, the reason why they want to learn from an industry professional is because they want to get hands-on. Because you can go online and actually watch those things on YouTube and everything. I see people going on Coursera. Yeah, at the end of the day, you come and post on LinkedIn. I'm happy that I've, this certificate. Sometimes I know, sometimes I watch those things and I left them, and by the time I come back, I see certificates. So yeah, it's an opportunity for you to get your hands dirty with pen. So yeah, we also have other guys that can be there as well to give some technical explanation if possible. So we evaluate that part of the course at 1,250 euros. Okay, that is the value of what we are giving you. Think of it, it's a value. Now, the last part is a one-on-one, okay? I know sometimes as well in the group class, you still not get it, but you need that one-on-one, that special touch, that tailored service. And that is the reason why you're going to have a one-on-one session with Ben as well, where he's going to take your CV, your resume and whatever, or show you how to actually do it live. So maybe go online, pick a job description, take your CV and help you in order to craft a very good application package. So we value that service at 500 euros. So in total, what we are offering you for this course values at roughly 2,600 euros. Now, I know you might be asking me, okay, looking at the value of this, okay, does it really make sense? So if the total package if the total value of this package is 2,006 euros, my question for you is, if I tell you now, if this package can guarantee you a job of roughly about 50K per year, is this 2,600 euros worth your investment? I see this as an investment. I don't see this as, if you see it as an expense, then it's not the value, it's not going to bring you the value that you want. Think of it, if you are able to gain a job of like 50,000 euros a year, we're talking about the gross, and you just invest just a sum of 2,600. Is that worth your investment? So I just wish to get your impression about this. Is that really what your investment? For those that are watching from their listening or watching from their laptops, you can scan that QR code. I would really like to get your impression about what do you think about this as well? Like, is this what, if I can guarantee you that taking this course, you're going to have that value? Or maybe in the chat section, just maybe you can throw something in the chat section if you can't have access to that QR code. I just want to get your impression. I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes for you guys to think. Like I said, you can either scan. If your scan good enough, I'll have the results behind the scene. Or if not, you can just put in the chat section what you think. Okay, so say yes. So if he's able to invest 2,600 to gain 50,000, then it's worthwhile investing. Okay, without further ado, I will just, behind the scene, I think I'm going to receive your answers. But I do have something for you. I totally understand that 2,600 euros is really, really a huge sum of amount to invest right now just for a job search course. But I do have a special offer for you. The fact that you have taken the time in order to, first of all, register for this event, maybe also participate for the quizzes as well, and you have taken the time, maybe 1 hour of your time this evening in order to attend this event, I do have a very special package for you. Take note, our goal is not to make so much money, because if you have to make money, take note, that amount is very, very, that amount is just okay for a course. Okay, because I've attended courses for 1 hour and my company paid 3,000 euros. So what we are trying to do is not it's not about just making so much profit, but we want to see you get the jobs, because I believe if you get the jobs, yeah, you can impact a lot of things around you as well. So we have a good special package for you. So this is the value we want to, this is the true value of the course. So for the first phase, 50 euros, the next phase, 150, and the second phase, 59 euros. So the training for this course is going to be 259 euros. I believe that with this value, it is affordable enough for anyone for you if you really want to land the job as soon as possible. Okay, because it's all about you. Some people decide, you can decide that, okay, I have the time to be trying it for the next 1 year. But if you think you don't have the time and you want to land a job in, we're talking about terms of weeks, okay, then this is the value of the course. Okay, so we are pricing this course at 259 euros. And I keep saying this, and again, the fact that you are on this call with me, and I really had to plead with Ben for this, because I see a lot of people come to me and they are really interested in having these things, and sometimes they complain about financial challenges. I do understand, but you also need to understand that this is a lot of value we are giving to you. So I had to plead with Ben that, okay, the fact that for those that are going to attend this event today, we have a special discount for you, 20% off that 259 euros. And this discount, it ends tonight. Okay, you have tonight or midnight today in order to gain from this discount. If not, you are going to pay the full price of 259 euros. Trust me, I believe what Ben is actually going to provide to you is something very, very valuable. Okay, you don't know what you're about to do, because what he's about, I think Ben has done so much on LinkedIn, on Facebook, providing AI tools and services that, if you are to pay for those tools, that's a lot of money. And he has done a lot of research around this thing. And I believe that if you attend this course, or if you enroll into this course, it's going to impact or change your strategy of your job application. Okay, so this is the value of the course, 259 euros. And if by today midnight, if you register for this course by scanning right now, okay, you stand the chance of having a 20% discount. So why this is on? This is an opportunity, for you to ask your questions. While we are taking questions, you can actually scan the code. I'll get the code as well in order to place it in the chats, so that you can click on it and register right now and stand the chance of gaining from the 20% discount. Okay, while we wait for why people are doing the registration behind the scene, this is an opportunity for you to unmute yourself and ask your questions, or maybe you can drop questions in the chat section as well. It could either be my section about the framework. It could either be about maybe what Ben presented about the different tools, or maybe about the course itself as well. Okay, Juliana, I see your hand is up, so you can unmute and maybe ask your question.
So I just want, hi, I'm happy to be here. I just want to ask, can someone take the course like separately? Like if you're interested just in the last part, or you're interested just in the first part, can it be done that way?
Ben, do you want me to answer that? I can answer that, and then Ben can follow.
Yes.
So the thing is, this is a whole package, and for you to for us to guarantee the outputs, it is best you take everything. It's not like independent. These are things that are, for you to do the workshop, you must have taken the general introduction to AI, and for you to have the one-on-one with him, then you must have done his workshop. You cannot come one-on-one with him that you don't even know what he spoke about in the workshop and the other part of the course. And trust me, all the events, everything will be recorded. You can access it at any time. I believe there are other things that we have not mentioned. I mentioned during the course, during the presentation, Ben has, like, to be sincere with you, I've seen him. He has posted like 1,000 prompts, books on everything, prompts, everything. So you attending this course, you are going to have access to all of those things. Trust me, what he knows, I don't even know when it comes to AI. I know the technicalities, but when it comes to the innovative tools, Ben is the right guy for this. So trust me, you want to have the full package. Ben, maybe if you have something to add to that, that's fine.
No, I think you have said everything. I'm okay with it.
Okay. I also want to get the link to that. I think here we go.
Hi, Ben. I have some questions for you. I have 4 questions for you.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
my question is not about what, no, it's for you. So it's what you presented. I'm not really clear about some things. So the first question, my first question is, what is actually, just say it in a layman's way, what a prompt is? Then how long, because you showed some lines of prompts. How long can a prompt be? Then then you spoke about API of ChatGPT. I do not understand that completely. Then you also spoke about then the other question I have is, are there other AI tools that can detect that you use an AI tool to build your resume or to build your motivation letter? Are there other AI tools that can detect? Yeah, those are the questions I have. So maybe
Okay, good
so
question.
the first one is, what in a layman's term, what is the prompt?
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I think those are good questions. Beginning with the first question, what is a prompt in a layman's language? So a prompt is an instruction that you give to a language model to generate an output. A language model can be something like ChatGPT, which is a part of generative AI. It can be something like Copilot or Bing AI. These are chatbots, which are part of generative AI as language models. So a prompt simply is just an instruction that you give a language model to have an output. The second question was about
how long can a prompt be?
Prompt, exactly. So for my experience and what I've been doing so far, the longer your prompt or the details in your prompt, the better the output. When a prompt is scanty and not having details, your output is going to be the same. So for me, I always go with the longer prompt. Put in as much detail as possible. For example, if you are using ChatGPT to generate an output, it's either you start, because ChatGPT is like a conversation you have with somebody. Hi, hello, how are you? I'm fine, I'm good, and you? So for what I'm going to say is that if you don't want to have, if you think, because sometimes these are just these are computers, so they always just have bugs sometimes. Because me, when I'm using ChatGPT, sometimes when I put in a long prompt, a very long prompt, or like for example, when I was working with some, I think I was working with one plugin in ChatGPT for coding. So I was working with the advanced, advanced data analysis. So I inputted the prompt, and it told me that it was too long, that they cannot go with that. So what I always advise that if you can divide a prompt into sections, so you can prompt ChatGPT that you have a whole section of questions to ask, but you are going to start with the first one, and then when it answers, you go to the second part so as not to overcrowd it. So that's another thing that you can use. But for this, what I'm doing in simpler thing, what I'm saying is that when you try with a prompt, when you try a prompt that is lengthy and has details and it doesn't work, also try like trying to have a conversation with ChatGPT, and you have your output too.
Okay, thank you. So the other question I had was so I'm just wondering, are there other AI tools that can detect that you use AI or you use ChatGPT to generate probably your resume because to be honest, the other day I tried generating a resume with Bing, and it was really good. So I just gave some instructions. So are there other AI tools that can detect that, hey, this guy used
or if you are, yes, we have AI tools. We have GPT-0. I think we have one. We have GPT-0. We have copyleaks.ai. There are many of them. I think I talked about this sometime last, I think 3 months ago. They have about 7 that I know that works very well. I even give a demonstration. I copied the text from ChatGPT and I put it into the AI detector, and it gave me that it was derived from AI. And then we also have other AI tools that can humanize your output from ChatGPT, and it works perfectly. So, so for the job search, I don't think it's really a big deal, but I always encourage people that are studying and maybe going to school not to take something from ChatGPT and just paste. You are going to jeopardize yourself, your future. They're going to catch you, because like me, I'm so very ChatGPT that with the moment you come up with something that is AI generated, I already know that this thing is AI generated. When I see a post about that is AI generated, I just know there's some posts that are generated from AI that when somebody prompts ChatGPT and it comes out, they still edit it and make sure that it is humanized such a way that you wouldn't even notice. So this part is very important, making sure that what you have from ChatGPT has the human touch, the human perfection. So all in all, what I'm trying to say is that yes, we have tools that can detect human AI generated content, and we also have tools that can humanize AI generated content. And for job search, I think it's not really a big deal, because nobody is going to check if your CV or that. But for education, they're going to check that. I haven't heard something about somebody that he applied for a job and it was AI generated. No, I haven't heard that before.
Okay, thank you very much for your responses. I like the way you explained and you said you then conclude. Okay, that's nice. So my next question, okay, my last question is for Ivo. Ivo, what is the duration of the course? Or both of you, I don't know. I don't know if I missed it.
Yeah, so it's a 3-day 3 sessions. So the first session is like like the way you're seeing the different chapters of the course, right? So we have 3 different sessions, and like I mentioned, all those sessions are recorded. So even if for some reason you're not going to be around, you definitely have access to the recordings. And the one-on-one, it's also like you have to decide a time with Ben that is convenient for both of you, and you guys have your one-on-one. So he fine-tunes, he tell us it, and make sure that you have actually picked up most of the thing. I don't know how he's going to do it, but I believe he's also going to help you with one example of how to really apply. And maybe maybe this is not mentioned here as well. He's going to also show you how to prepare for an interview. So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, by taking a job description, put it in ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to act like an interviewer, then you act like an interviewee. Yeah. So you just keep chatting and chatting to see if, okay, just like to have that scenario of you being simulate. So very important.
Then can I say something too? Then very important for the course. We are also going to, because for my case, since I use the advanced version of ChatGPT. So in case another benefit is that we are going to use my version to be able to have better output. So for example, the advanced version of ChatGPT uses internet, because when you prompt ChatGPT, you can prompt it and say, I want you to use the internet to search information for me. But with the unpaid version, you don't have that feature. So that's very important for the course. So we can always go, like, take company information, because ChatGPT can do research on your behalf with a paid version. So you just put in a company, you say, okay, you just prompt this company, I have an interview tomorrow. I want you are asking ChatGPT now to generate a format. Sometimes ChatGPT is very wise. It can give you information that you'll be shocked. It can even give you a format for the interview that is always being used, maybe sometimes by the human resource manager or whatever. So all these things like this plays a major role, and of course, in the course, we are going to be unveiling this to you all.
Okay.
And many more other stuff.
All right. Sounds interesting, really interesting. Thank you. So from what I've gathered, it means Mary can start her course on Monday, like for example, the first section, then John starts his own on Tuesday. It's not like it's not like the school has one opening date of this particular day. So anybody can come and say I want to start on a Tuesday, and you give me 3 days. Is it like that?
No. I think normally the first 2 sessions we want to have a group class with everyone, but the one-on-one is specific to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a start date.
Yeah, there's a start date. So normally in probably in a few days, we're talking about days. So depending on like those that are going to show interest in the course, we can all agree on a specific date to start. Why not even tomorrow? So.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other question from the audience? So I've actually placed the registration link in the group chat, and also if you can scan as well. Okay. And remember, if you register before the end of today, you stand a chance for 20% discount. Or if not, maybe you want to give us the full amount. Yeah, we always welcome that as well. So the full price is 259 euros. And please take note, after this meeting, as soon as I end the meeting, you might not have access to that link. So maybe right now, if you have interest or you're still thinking like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, make sure you just click on the link right now and have it on your browser somewhere so that before midnight, you take that opportunity to sign in for the course. Okay, without any further ado, I just want to wrap up this. So, so I mentioned that we are having a, it's not going to the next slide. Okay, so our quiz. So for the quiz winner, what are the things I want to offer to the quiz winner? So you're going to have a 1 year Microsoft 365 license. Roughly that is 60 euros. So if you have to pay that yourself, it is 5 euros each month, which is 60 euros a month. And with that license, you have access to Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Microsoft Teams, Outlook, OneDrive. I think the OneDrive, you have 1 terabyte. And more to that as well. You also have stuff like OneNote, Publisher access. There's so much you can gain from that license. Then also, I do provide career coaching. Normally, I charge 100 euros for my coaching services. But for the winner of this quiz, the fact that you took the time in order to answer the quiz and you also participated in this event, I'm going to do that in that session with you for free. So that means, okay, you're going to come and I'll help you to craft a part in the field of AI and data analytics. Please, if you are coming for nursing or I'm not an expert in that, it's only in the field of AI and data analytics. I'll help you to come with a strategy that I believe you can land a job as quickly as possible. So without further ado, I want to unveil the winner of the winner of the three quizzes, and the winner is no other one than Fortune. Fortune, I think I saw you on this call and we have had sessions together. Fortune, are you there?
I'm the winner.
Yeah, the winner. So you had, for quiz number 1, you had 8 on 10. For quiz number 2, you had 8 on 10. I didn't see your results for quiz number 3, or maybe you submitted and did not submit your email address. The second, yeah, it was, I think it's Chris something. You had 5 on 10, first, and 8 on 10. So congrats, Fortune. I know you and I, we have business together, and I don't know, it's by, I was reading something this morning and they say opportunity comes to those who take actions. The fact that you took the action and we had a business together, I think so as we speak right now, you already know what to do, right? So make sure you book the appointment tomorrow and whenever you think it's good there. You book the appointment and we are going to move ahead with your with the next phase of your career coaching.
Thank you so much. It's a lot.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I think it was meant for you because you have been telling me about how you're preparing for it. Okay, guys, so this is what we had for you, and there's a lot we are going to share. So after this, hopefully tomorrow in the morning, I'm going to send you a link to resources, what Ben has to offer for us. The fact that you registered, that you attended the event, I'm going to send you a link to some of the resources you can already leverage while you're hoping to take the course. Okay. And if you're really, really interested as well for the course, I'm going to send you a link for you to register. So why not us? If you haven't joined the WhatsApp community, I keep, stuff like this, you might be fortunate to see on LinkedIn or via email. But if you always want to have that, first class VIP service from me, make sure you join the WhatsApp community as well. So I'm going to send the link. Okay. Now, any questions? This is the last opportunity for you to ask your questions. Live, Ben is here. Ben is a very, very busy guy. I always have to call him and really, really ask him that I need to talk to you before I can actually get hold of Ben. So this is an opportunity to ask questions. or if not, you can still put your questions in the WhatsApp community. I see Kennison, you want to maybe?
Yeah, and I just wanted to ask, I know that Ivor is more specialized in the data and analytics field. The orientation sessions for for job search, is it for all domains, or it's a specific career path?
Good question.
Everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, if you're coming to career coaching for me, I will only do for AI and data analytics. But for the job search, I think, Ben, correct me if I'm wrong, I think anyone that is interested in job in any field, you can still help, right?
Yeah, it's for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Everyone. Because everyone can use ChatGPT. ChatGPT
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
master.
yeah.
AI, everything. Yeah. Smart. It's for everyone.
Okay, I think that was a good question. Thanks, Kennison.
Welcome.
Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you for attending. I really appreciate you sacrificing the time to really attend this, and I hope the event brought you some value. Again, if you have any question, please drop it in the chat section. I've been sending emails as well. You can send me an email, and watch out tomorrow. Hopefully in the morning or before at the end of the day, you're going to receive an email from me with the links to resources that you can leverage, and also what are the next steps and things to watch out for. Okay, thanks, Ben, for putting this together.
Thank you.
And yeah, okay, everyone. Thanks so much, and have a nice evening. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.